My name is Sophia Lightborn. I'm born and raised in the Bahamas, but I make my home now in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale. And for those of you guys watching me on the webinar, and then I know we have some people also tuned in Facebook land, welcome to the call. Tonight we're going to be talking about something that I think that most people, if not everyone, should pay attention to, especially today. Because I don't know where you live in the world, or I'm in the United States, so I'm going to speak mainly to people in this hemisphere. But today, the president of the United States declared a state of emergency, right, due to this coronavirus, this pandemic, right? And I'll be real with you guys. I always hear about epidemics, right? And I heard over the past few days it changed to pandemic. So I had to hit the dictionary and try to find out what that meant, right? And pandemic means that it's affecting the whole world. It's global. This is a global crisis right now with this outbreak of this virus. And if you don't know already, things are changing in a heartbeat. Schools are being shut down. Jobs are forcing their employees to work from home, right? Telework. A lot of people are actually being laid off right now. The stock market has plummeted for the worst way in years. Like this, they're saying that this is about to be. It's potentially can be worse than the Great Depression, right? This is going to affect us way more than the stock market crash in 2007. When the real estate market was up in arms. Guys, right now, you've got to really raise your level of awareness. This isn't something, this call tonight isn't about fear. I don't want to, get you in a state of panic, but I do want to raise your level of awareness. Because once you start to be aware of what's happening around you, you can actually make pivots. You can adjust so that you're prepared and you're not, things don't hit you out off guard. I always, share with people. I say there's typically three types of people in the world. There's people that make it happen. There's people that watch it happen, and there's people that wonder what happened, okay? You don't want to be the last two. You want to be one of the people who are positioning yourself to be prepared, right? Because success and what we like to call luck is not some magic. It's not some abracadabra thing. Luck is simply when preparation meets opportunity. And if you are prepared for what we are on the brink of, you can see this crisis from a different perspective. What someone told me before, he said, when you think of crisis, most people think chaos. Most people think fear. Most people think devastation and destruction, right? But you've got to look at it from another side of the coin, and you can see a crisis as opportunity. Because believe it or not, there's going to be tons of people over the next couple of months from what's happening right now with this virus, right? And the stock market plummeting. There's going to be tons of people who lose everything. There's the middle class, guys. We've been preaching it for years. And if you've been following me for a while, I've been preaching this for years, is that the middle class was about to be eliminated. And we're about to see it right now. You are now witnessing one of the largest wealth transfers in history. This time, you're not reading it in the books, you're living it. You're experiencing it. You're right in the middle of it. So there's gonna be rich people, guys. There's gonna be poor people. The middle class is going to be annihilated. So you've got to start to look at it like either you're going to have it or you ain't. This is going to be the real battle of the have and the have-nots. So you've got to ask yourself, what side of the spectrum are you going to be on? And one of the easiest ways to be able to make that decision or shift where you are at right now is by raising your level of awareness. So tonight, what I want to talk about is money. Okay, I want to talk about how this pandemic is affecting your pockets, how it's going to affect you financially, and how it's going to affect the entire world. See, guys, a lot of people already see that, the stock market plummeted, and, most of us who work jobs have something called a 401k, right? Basically, that's money that you contribute that's being invested. But if the stock market plummeted, that means that your 401k also plummeted, right? That means that the money that you thought you had, when you look at that quarterly statement after this whole crisis is over, you're not going to have what you thought you had because your investment declined. See, what you want to do is you want to put yourself in a position where you can still survive even after this happens, even while this is happening. And what I want to tell you is I want you to get a sheet of paper and a pen, because I believe that note takers are money makers. And some of the things I'm going to share with you guys tonight, you don't want to only commit it to your memory. You want to write some of the stuff down. Think about it as if I was about to give you the winning Powerball numbers so you can win the $100 million. Would you just let me tell you the numbers and you commit it and hope you remember it? Or would you go and grab a sheet of paper and a pen and write those bad boys down to make sure you've got them right? You got to treat this the same way. So tonight, what I'm going to be sharing with you is first of all, a couple of challenges that most people are facing when it comes to their money. And then I'm going to provide you with a solution, because I'm not a person who's problem oriented. I'm solution oriented. And right now, I understand that a lot of people are more concerned right now on getting hand sanitizer and Lysol and toilet tissue than they are for where they're going to be in 60 days when it comes to their cash, when it comes to their money. And I want to shift the focus for a little bit. I hope that's okay with you guys. If you're on Facebook and it's okay for me to share some of this information with you guys, go ahead and drop, a 777 in the comments for me. If you're on the webinar, go ahead and drop that in the chat for me as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, okay, and dive right into this. So the first thing I want you to think about is I want you to realize that there's basically 4 ways we make money. There's something called the cash flow quadrant. I don't know if you've ever heard of this concept before. It was created by someone called Robert Kiyosaki, super successful author, investor, multi-millionaire. And he created this concept where he basically broke down 4 quadrants that everyone makes money. Doesn't matter where you live in, what country, if you're a baby boomer, if you're a millennial, black, white, man, woman, it doesn't matter. If you breathe air on planet Earth, you fall into one of these categories. So I like to keep things simple. I look at it as the left side of money and the right side of money. And just hearing that, what side do you want to be on? The right side, right? But typically 95% of the world finds themselves on the left side of money. See, most people earn their income by working for someone else. They work a job. Now, I'm not one of those people who bashes a job. In 2020, if you have a job, be grateful for your job. But you definitely don't want to depend only on your job, especially when we're in a time of crisis like right now, because so many jobs are going to be shut down for some time. I want you to ask yourself, if you went into work on Monday and they said, listen, guys, we're shutting down for 30 days. Can you make ends meet? They said that 7 out of every 10 people are only 2 paychecks away from being homeless. That means that most people, if they were unpaid for 30 days, would not be able to pay rent, would not be able to put gas in the car, would not be able to eat. And guys, that's a scary, scary place to be if you're depending on your job alone. Then there's going to be some people who are hearing this presentation. They're going to say, Sophie, I don't work a job. I work for myself. I'm self-employed. Now, typically, these people have more flexibility, right? Because they don't have a boss telling them when to show up to work and when to take lunch and, when they can take vacation. And a lot of times they typically make a little bit more money. But self-employed people, these are your lawyers, your doctors, your real estate agents, your hairstylists, right? And ladies, your nail techs, fellas, your barbers. These people are in the exact same position as employees because they're trading their time for dollars. That means that just like if you have a job, you go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, what happens? You don't get paid. The same thing happens to self-employed people, right? If your hairstylist, services some clients, they get paid. If they don't show up to the salon, what happens? They make no money. So this is a dangerous place to be, because that means that you're solely dependent on your time or your labor to make you money. What happens, and it's going to happen to all of us, when you can no longer work? What then happens to your income? Your income also stops. See, guys, you've got to look at it this way. Your current lifestyle right now, it's paid for, by your labor. That means that you getting up every day and going to work is going to pay the rent. It's going to put, the kids in school. It's going to put gas in the car, food on the table. But where most people struggle, and what most people are not aware of, or they were never taught before, is that your future lifestyle isn't going to be paid by your labor. Your future lifestyle needs to be paid for by your investments. Because what happens when you can no longer work? You don't want your income to stop. So you've got to have some investments that's going to take care of you for the rest of your life, for your future life. And this is where most people struggle. It's because most people have zero investments. So most people have to work until they die. Guys, I don't know about you, but when I understood this concept, I was like, that ain't going to be me. I'm not about that life. You know, one of the wealthiest men in the world, Mr. Warren Buffett said, he said, if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. Point blank, period. That's why when you go to Walmart, guys, at 3 in the morning, right, for one item, you see this little 70-year-old lady, you know, checking your receipt, working for loss prevention. It isn't because she's 70 years old and she doesn't want to be at home with her grandkids. It's because during her prime of her life, she had no investments. Now she doesn't have enough money to pay her bills. Social Security is not enough. There used to be this thing called pensions that companies have done away with, right? So basically, if you don't show up to work, if you stop working, you make no money. So you've got to put yourself in a position where you've got some kind of investment that's going to generate you some type of income to pay for your future. True or true? Now, I want you to write this down. My mentor told me this, and I really took it serious, dead serious. He said, Sophie, you cannot save your way to wealth. See, a lot of us have been taught, save money, make money, save money, make money, save money. You will never save your way to wealth. Now, you can save and get yourself a nice little nest egg, but if that money that you're saving is not growing for you, you can't outpace something called inflation. See, guys, inflation is what we call the silent income killer, right? Inflation, if you don't know what it is, inflation, you know, creeps into your bank account every day and you don't even know it, right? This basically means that the cost of living is going up every single day, but your bank account, your income, your salary isn't, right? Think about it. You can see it in the easiest place to see inflation is at the gas station, right? The price of oil goes up. Now you go to the gas station and the price of gas is up. You can't do nothing about it except pay it. So gas yesterday was $2.25. Now today it's $2.50. And that just cut into your pocket. More money. The same money that you're spending is just not going as far. And it doesn't just stop in gas, guys. You know, this is housing, right? Rent, daycare for your kids, food. Think about when you go to the grocery store. I remember walking in the store, like, when did grapes get so expensive? Right? That's inflation. And this is happening with the cost of everything in your life. Everything is going up except your income. So that's killing your money, right? Now, there's something else that really keeps us down too, and that's big business, right? What does big business mean? I live in the United States. We like to say the United States of America, but I call it the United States of advertising. Every day, there's something that you're being shown on the TV, on your phone, you know, to make you spend money. You know, they've got it down to a science. Think about it. What's this month now? We're in March, right? What's happening now besides the coronavirus? So the coronavirus is another example of big business because they got everyone in the store spending all their money buying Lysol and toilet tissue, right? Now, that may very well be essential depending on what happens and how this turns out, but that's unexpected costs, right? You weren't expecting to have to go stock out your whole house. And then, you know, some of you guys may have already took spring break, took the kids on spring break. Then next month is April, you know, that's what, Easter. Then May, we've got Mother's Day. June, we've got Father's Day. July, we've got the 4th of July. August is back to school. You know, September is Labor Day. October is the big one, it's Halloween. November is an even bigger one. Used to be about Thanksgiving, but now it's about what? Black Friday, right? It's about eating your food really quick so you can go trample someone for a TV. Then December is Christmas, right? January is New Year's, February is Valentine's, you're back to spring break again. Every single month of the year, capitalism, right? Big business has found a way to put their hands in your pockets and you don't even realize it. You participate every month of the year and you're wondering why you ain't got no money or why your bank account can't grow. And guys, we didn't talk about anyone's birthdays. We didn't talk about anniversaries. We didn't talk about graduation. None of that. Vacation, none of that. Those are just the things that you're participating on a monthly basis, and you're wondering where your money's going. What I'm here to tell you is this. If you get nothing else, over the next few minutes from this call, I want you to get this. You've got to take some cash, okay? Most of us get money from our job. So you want to take some cash from your job. You want to invest or buy, build, or grow some type of asset that's going to generate you more cash. See, what we've been taught to do our entire lives, guys, is take our cash and buy trash, right? We take our cash, our money, our paycheck, and spend money. See, there's a difference between a wealth philosophy or perspective and a middle class and broke philosophy. And I don't mean it offensively in any way. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. See, wealthy people think about money this way. They earn money, they invest money, and then they spend what's left over after investing. Poor people, the average person, earns money, they spend their money, and then I used to say they invest what's left, but that's not true. If you spend money and you've got something left over, what do? You go ahead and spend that too. That's how we get caught up in this paycheck to paycheck cycle. But tonight I want to break that. See, that's 95% of the population, but you still got 5% of people who are on the right side of the quadrant or on the right side of money who control 95% of the wealth. These are your business owners and these are your investors. So I want you to really think about this. I want you to figure out how you can transition from the left side of money to the right side of money. How do you become a part of this 5%? How do you become a business owner and an investor? And tonight, I'm going to share with you how you can do both. We're going to focus mainly on the investment side, but right at the very end, I'm going to show you how you can be a business owner as well as an investor. Now, I want you to think about investing in the most simplest terms, okay? Investing simply means making money with money. That's it. Instead of making money with labor, you go out here and put your money to work for you. See, someone said to me, Sophie, something has to work, just not me. And I realized at that moment, that was the philosophy I was going to have in my life. I was like, something got to work. It just ain't going to be me. So why not put my money to work and allow my money to go out here and make me more money? And I'm going to show you how you can do the exact same thing. One of the most simple, lucrative ways that you can go ahead and start investing and put your money to work is in the foreign exchange market, okay? There's a hot topic right now. It's called Forex. You've probably heard it before. If you're watching this on Facebook or social media, you've probably seen the hashtag, right? You've seen people talking about Forex, and you're probably like, what is it? It's really, really simple. All foreign exchange is exchanging one country's currency for another. Think about it. If you've ever traveled out of the country, if you ain't even traveled out of the country, but you've been to an airport before, right? You've probably seen one of those currency exchange kiosks, right? Basically, anytime you go to another country, you've got to exchange your country's money for theirs. Like, for instance, last week, I was in London, right? So when I got to London, you can't spend US dollars there. So I had to exchange my US dollars for the Great Britain pound. Then I went to Amsterdam, and they don't take US currency there either. They also don't take Great Britain pounds there. So I had to exchange again the pounds that I had to euros. Every time you make those exchanges, you're either making money or losing money. So think about it this way. I exchanged $500 US when I got to London, and they gave me back 313 Great Britain pounds. Now, depending on the exchange rate, if I wanted to exchange another 500, I may have got, 400 Great Britain pounds, or I could have got 200. It depends. You're making or losing money. And what the foreign exchange, or what we show people how to do, is instead of having to hop on a plane and fly 9 hours to get to Great Britain to be able to exchange currencies, you can actually do it from your phone. Now, why is this important? Why should you pay attention? Here's why. Because the foreign exchange market is the largest liquid market in the world, okay? The largest financial market. It trades about $5 trillion every day. Not every year, every single day. Now, a lot of times when I share this with people, they ask me, okay, so is this like the stock market? It's so much bigger than the stock market. The New York Stock Exchange, the stock market exchanges about 20 billion a day. And this is 5 trillion. So I like to give people perspective, right? The difference between a billion and a trillion. This is going to blow your mind. If you were to count 1 billion seconds, it'll take you about 32 years, okay, to count from 1 to 1 billion. if you were going in seconds. If you wanted to count 1 trillion seconds, it'll take you 32,000 years. So that's the difference between $1 billion and $1 trillion. It ain't just a little difference. It's a major difference. So every single day, $5 trillion globally is being traded. And this market is open 24 hours, 5 days a week. Okay? So that means that you can literally put your money to work 24 hours a day. See why this is important and why this should actually be like, a no-brainer for you is because you as a human being cannot work 24 hours. You can never outwork your money. See, you need to nap, you need sleep, you need to eat. Your money doesn't need any of those things. Your money can just keep transferring and moving and working for you. See, a lot of y'all may say, how come I've never heard about Forex before? Why do I know about the stock exchange, but I don't know about the foreign exchange? Well, the stock exchange and the foreign exchange is always on like CNN and MSNBC. You probably just don't pay attention to it. But the reason that most people, and only about 3% of the world know about Forex, is because before now, in order for you to even participate or get access to the foreign exchange market, you had to have a $3 million net worth and you needed to start your account with 100 grand. See, wouldn't you agree that that eliminates 99% of you on the line? Because most people don't have $3 million, so they don't qualify. Guys, this is how the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. It's because if you're not qualified, you don't get access to these kind of information. You don't get access to play in this type of game, in this market. But that's changed. What we're also going to share and teach you about is digital currencies. This is, cryptocurrency. I'm sure most of you guys have heard of Bitcoin before, right? Last night with the stock market plummeting with this coronavirus, Bitcoin went to a low it hasn't reached in years. It hit under $5,000. Now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, all of these cryptocurrencies, this is the wave of the future. And here's why this is really important. I don't know if you guys heard it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've seen it on social media. I heard it on the news a couple times where they were saying, this coronavirus may be getting spread through money, through cash, right? The transfer of cash. So if this virus is being spread by money, wouldn't you want to stop handling money? That's why cryptocurrency is going to become so important. See, if you're watching this webinar right now, you're probably watching me from a laptop or phone. And if you're in the United States, you probably got Cash App on your phone. You probably got Zelle or Venmo or one of those things where we are literally texting money to each other. This isn't something I'm telling you is about to happen, guys. This is happening now. We are living it. This is the future. We are here. Remember I said, don't be one of those people watching it happen or wondering what's happening. It's happening right now. So what we're going to do is teach you about, Bitcoin, teach you about cryptocurrency and how you can position yourself to take advantage of it. See, the cryptocurrency market is another $1 trillion industry. So just based on foreign exchange and crypto, this is about $6 trillion that's being exchanged every single day. And believe it or not, right now, every single one of you guys, if you have a bank account, you're participating in foreign exchange right now. You just don't know it. Because when you go to the bank, right, and you deposit your money in your bank account, so if you're watching me from America, that's Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. If you're back home in the Bahamas and you deposit it in Scotia or Royal Bank or Commonwealth, what they're doing with the money that you're depositing is, it's not like some big room in the bank where the money sits. No, they're actually investing your money in the foreign exchange market, making tons of profit on it, exchanging it and trading it, but giving you none. Our money is making the banks rich. So when I understood that, I was like, why can't I just invest my money where the banks are investing my money, but I make the profit? That's exactly what we're going to show you how to do. See, I'm a part of an educational platform called I Am Mastery Academy. And what we do is we're the premier educational platform for foreign exchange and cryptocurrency. I believe that information changes situations. I believe that education is the key to life change. And this information and access to it and raising your level of awareness can change your life if you do something with this information. See, what we do is we've simplified the learning process. We're going to show you how you can start to learn and participate in these markets and start to build wealth and freedom for yourself and for your family. See, we've developed a foreign exchange academy. where you're going to learn how the foreign exchange works. You're going to understand the terms, the terminology, right? You're going to understand the participants, how to participate, how to buy, how to sell, how you can start to be profitable in the markets. Then we've also offered and developed a digital currency academy. That's for people who are interested in cryptocurrency. You know, you're going to learn how the blockchain works, how the technology, you know, between mining Bitcoin works. You're going to understand how you can also start to become a consistent and profitable trader in the market. Now, our academies, it teaches you how the markets work and what the market is. But this right here, our Go Live platform, is where the power is. Okay, this is what teaches you how to trade. See, this is where you're going to get access to over 100 full-time educators. These are people who are making 6, 7, 8, 9 figures trading in the markets. You're going to be able to, you know, get on those sessions and actually learn from these educators, learn from these master traders. See, wouldn't you agree that most people learn better, you know, when you shadow someone? That's why when you get hired at a new job, they don't just give you a sheet, print out a sheet and say, hey, here's your job description, do this. They actually pair you with someone and have someone train you. You shadow them until you can do the job yourself. So this is the same concept. Our Go Live platform allows you to shadow some traders. You get to see the way they think. You get to see the way they mark up their charts, how they analyze the charts. You get to learn their strategies and actually collaborate and ask questions live on the sessions so that you can actually become a profitable trader as well. See, guys, our goal isn't just to teach you about the markets. The goal is to get you to a place where you're consistent and you're profitable in the markets as well. We've designed this, you know, with live mentorship designed around your busy schedule. Guys, there's so many people, so many customers, so many students of our academy who are getting on these sessions and learning from our educators and making more money on their way to work than all day at work. That may have gone over your head. I mean, we've got people who are making, you know, $500 a day while they're at work at their job. This is how you get free. See, we've got people making $1,000 a day, but I'm not one of those people who's going to try to hype you up on the big numbers. What if learning this skill set, right? Learning how to trade in the markets, you can start to make an extra $50, $100 a day. How could that help you? How could that cushion your lifestyle? If for God forbid, something happened to your job, how could that help to supplement the income or your savings that you currently already have? See, this is how you start to build wealth. We've got several products and different academies to help you simplify the learning process as well. See, what we've done is all the educators that we have, you know, they've kind of combined their strategy and their personality into different products. And what these products do, which is super cool, is it allows you it allows the educators to actually give you what we call trade ideas that you can literally copy and paste and be able to make money in the markets as well. See, we understand that while you're learning, you want to be earning as well. You know, I've got people in my group who have introduced myself as well. When I was actually getting started and I didn't understand anything, I started using one of the products, the one I like and I'll talk about tonight. It's called Gold Cut, right? I followed those educators. You know, I started to learn their strategy, and then I got the product. Now, in the product, they actually send you a text message when the market conditions change and it's a good time to buy or sell a certain currency, right? So they would literally send the trade idea. I would copy the numbers in my phone with my real money and make money. See, one of the things that blew my mind when I was like in my first 90 days is when I didn't understand anything really, because trading when you first get started, it's kind of like a foreign language, but as you learn it, it'll all make sense. But when I didn't really understand anything, and I copied and pasted a trade idea in my phone, and I made $75 in 15 minutes. I was like, whoa, I just made money clicking some buttons, not clocking into a job, not driving somewhere, I didn't do anything except think. I literally copy and paste it, and I was in profit. So if you're able to copy and paste, you're able to make money, you know, with our products here at this academy. The one that you're seeing on the screen now, it's called the Harmonic Scanner. Basically what it does is it's an artificial intelligence software that scans the markets and it looks for high probability trade setups. You know, all you do is log into this product, and everyone who's a part of our academy gets this, and you literally copy the 3 parameters that you need to place a trade, and you copy it into your phone, and 8 out of every 10 trade idea is a winning trade. So you're in profit 8 out of every 10 times. Guys, This is the key. See, what we've developed is something to help you to learn and earn on the go. Why this is so powerful is because look at the word learn for a second. What's the last 4 letters of the word learn say? It says earn. That means that everything that you learn, you have the ability to earn it. That's why if you learn how to fly a plane, you can earn as a pilot. If you learn how the body and the anatomy works, you can earn as a doctor, right? If you learn law, you can earn as a lawyer. So if you learn the foreign exchange markets, if you learn trading, you can earn trading. But we understand that this is 2020, right? This is the new age. This is the future. I tell people all the time, you can't make new money with old ways of thinking. Welcome to the future. You can learn and earn on the go on your phone. The trade ideas from the educators, people who have had years of experience doing this, they send it to your phone basically like a text message. You copy and paste, now you're in profit. See guys, what really blew me away when I really got started was when I went to a meeting, and we always ask people, you know, how long have you been in the academy? How long have you been trading? You know, what's your biggest day trading? And you know, I went to a meeting last night actually here in Fort Lauderdale, and there were people in the room making anywhere from $200 to $2,000 in a day. In a day. But the one that blew my mind was, you know, this gentleman, they asked him, listen, how long have you been in the academy? He said, I've been in the academy 6 months. His biggest day trading was $500. Now, how many of you would agree that $500 in a day, pretty good day, right? But guess what? He was 10 years old. We've got people, parents who are in our academy are allowing their children to learn this skill. Now what they're doing is the kids are actually investing their allowance money in the markets and making more money than most adults make all week. That's what I call freedom. But the only difference is that people see this information and do something with it. See, just like that cash flow quadrant, guys, 95% of the people who can hear the sound of my voice and watch this tonight, 95% of you guys are just going to watch it and then go watch the game. Well, there ain't no game because the NBA is canceled, right? You're going to watch TV after this. But 5% of you guys, 5% of you are going to listen to this information, get started in the academy, take it dead serious, and your life will never be the same. Probably never work a job again. That's just the law of averages. So what I want you guys to do is see that this is a no-brainer. See, they say that most people fail in life, you know, not because of a lie that was told to them. Most people fail in life because of the truth that they chose not to believe. And I'm sharing with you guys right now something that's changing millions of lives. Why is it not changing your life? Because you got to do something with the information. Information is not power. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is. So you can hear this information, but it's what are you going to do when you get off of this call? Now, you may ask yourself, okay, Sophie, this sounds good. I like it. I'd like to learn how to trade. How much does it cost? And yes, there is a cost. Education ain't free, right? If education were free, no one would have student loans. But most people got $30,000, $40,000 in student loan debt, working a job, usually not even in that field, just to pay off the student loan debt. So our academy is super inexpensive, right? It's underpriced, to be honest. Because before now, in order to be able to learn how to trade Forex, it will cost you anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000. After this call, if you go ahead and Google Forex mentorship, I'm sure you'll find programs that cost you thousands of dollars. See, our academy, you can get started for as little as $235. And then we do have an ongoing monthly tuition of $175. Okay? This is going to give you access to our academy, the Go Live platform with the educators, and that harmonic scanner that I told you has an 80% accuracy rate. We also have an elite package. I like to call this the big boy package, right? This is where you get every single product, every single academy that we offer. It's $325 to get you started and $275 a month. But you're going to get access to products from all the educators. So the way I like to look at this is this. Don't look at the price like, oh, $175 a month. Don't look at it as a bill. It's an investment in you. How often do you go out for drinks and spend $100 in a night? How often do you go out to eat and spend $100 on a meal and it's out your system in 30 minutes? We do it all the time. See, $235 to go ahead and get you started. Fellas, most of you guys' shoes right now cost more than that. Ladies, the bundles in your hair cost more than that. So you've got the money, you're just prioritizing. Are you spending your money or are you investing it? If you look at the word spend, what does the last 3 letters say? End. When you spend money, that money ends. It's gone forever. Buy. But when you invest money, you expect a return. So let me ask you, would it be worth it to invest $235 to get started, $175 a month to be able to make $200 every day? To me, it was a no-brainer. See, when I got to a place where I was making $50 to $75 to $100 every day, I don't care about the monthly, because I can make the monthly in 1 or 2 trades. And once you take this serious and dive into the academy, you'll be in the same exact position. But let me ask you, who on the line tonight can afford free? See, what we are focused on here is really helping people get free, escaping the rat race. And I'm really, really passionate and really, really intentional now with what's happening in the world today. See, if you actually know someone, I want you to just think about it. Listening to this information tonight, who do you know who needed to hear this information tonight? See, if you refer 2 people who also want to learn this skill set, 2 people who want to enroll in our academy, your monthly membership is waived and it's free for you. Let me ask you a question. For all of you guys who went to college, if your school had a program where if you got 2 friends to come to that school, your tuition was free, would you refer your friends? Yeah, same concept, guys. But if you don't want to tell anybody about the academy, you don't want to refer anyone, you don't have to. This is optional. It's just a way for you to get your tuition free. But if you don't want to share it with anyone, it's cool. Pay your $175 investment a month, make your money, secure your buy. Now, what I'm going to do for the next 5 minutes, and then we're done, is I'm going to shift gears and just show you an optional opportunity. This is an add-on. I want everyone to say this with me. This is optional. You don't have to do this, okay? It's optional. We have a referral program where you can actually become an independent business owner and work from home. Remember the cash flow quadrant? You want it to be an investor? We just talked about how you can make tons of money in the market. Now we're going to show you how you can be a business owner. So now you have both. You'll really be on the right side of money. What this allows you to do is it allows you to refer people who also want to learn this skill set to our academy, and we're going to pay you for it. You can be compensated. Anyone want to make some residual income? This is an opportunity. But remember, you don't have to do this. This is optional. 95% of the people that I enroll in the academy only want to trade. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want to tell nobody. They just want to trade, make their money, and go home. That's cool. But then I got 5% of people who say, listen, I know some people I can make an impact. See, because guys, there's 3 types of people. There's people that just want to make some extra money. There's people that want to make enough extra money to leave their job. And then there's people like me who want to make an impact on the world. So this for me isn't just about making money, right? This for me isn't just being able to be a work from home entrepreneur. This for me is about being able to put people in the position to do the same thing as well. So if you actually want to tell people about this opportunity, tell people about this academy and this skill set where they can grow their money, you can become a business owner with our company. If you refer, 3 customers to our academy, the company's going to pay you $150 a month in income. Now, I know you may say that doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but here's where it's really cool. I've got people who have an organization of just 3. They're only making $150 in income per month from the company, but they're having $1,000 days. One of my teammates, Miss Griffin, right? She's a nurse for the last 20 years. She's been in the academy 90 days. She took it really serious and started to really learn the skills. She started to use the products and taking the signals from the educators. And for the last 4 or 5 days, she's had a $700 day, an $800 day, an $1,100 day, a $1,500 day. But she's only making $150 from the business. She's only referred 3 people, but she's making thousands of dollars from trading. So think about this part as extra money on top of what you're making in the markets. Doesn't get better than this, guys. Then if you go out here and accumulate, 12 students or 12 customers in your organization, the company's going to pay you $600 a month in addition to whatever money you're making trading. If you go out here and take it really serious and you accumulate 30 customers in your organization, we've got thousands of people at this level, you're making $1,000 a month in income on top of what you're doing trading. It doesn't just stop there. And what's cool about our compensation plan is that we're paid out weekly. So that means that, you get paid every single week. So if you're making $600 a month, they're going to pay you $150 every Friday. You make $1,000 a month, $250 every Friday. It doesn't just stop there, guys. We've got, people making $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. My personal sponsor, the person that shared this information with me, Mr. Justin Owens, 33 years old, and he's a Chairman 100. He's making $100,000 a month in income. His sponsor, Mr. David Imunitier, he's doing 500 grand a month. But I don't say those things to impress you. I say to impress upon you is that the opportunity is available to you. But I'm not the person to kind of to sell you dreams and then you're living a nightmare. What I want to do is be real with y'all. Most people aren't going to build an organization of 5,000 people, 10,000 people, right? But everyone who can hear the sound of my voice can build an organization of 12 and make $600 a month. 30, make $1,000 a month. 75, make $2 grand a month. This is where the power lies. See, statistics show that the average person that filed bankruptcy said that if they had an extra $500 to $1,000 a month in income, they would not have had to file. So this is the sweet spot. This is what I'm focused on. You know, what we're doing or what we're focused on in my organization is helping 100 people get to a level of making an extra $1,000 a month in income. It can be from the business side, or it can just be trading. I've got people already making $1,000 a day, but I just want to help 100 people get an extra $1,000 a month. And that's so possible. Think about this, guys. If you got to a point, right? And most people do this in their first 30 days or so. If you got to a point where you were making an extra $50 a day in income, trading in the markets, $50 a day, 30 days, that's an extra $1,500 a month. It's done. If you go out here and make an extra $100 a month, a day, that's an extra $3,000 a month. Guys, this is how you make sure that you can make ends meet in this crisis. Remember, you've got to look at a crisis as chaos or opportunity. You got to figure out which way you're positioning yourself. Are you going to be living in fear? Or are you going to be living in a life of opportunity and abundance? If there's $5 trillion being traded every single day, you're telling me you can't get 50 of it, 100 of it for yourself and for your family? But the way that you are definitely not going to get any is if you do nothing. See, what I want you to do is I want you to make a decision today to do something that the future you is going to be proud of. See, if you want your life in the summer, the end of the year, next year to be better than it is right now, you can't start working on it or figuring it out next year. You got to do it right now. Because what your life looks like right now is based on what you've been doing for the past 5 years. Your life right now is based on the decisions you've made up to this point. So if you want life to get better for the future, you got to make some decisions right now. What I want you to do is I want you to get back with the person that invited you to the line tonight. Let them know if you want to you just want to learn to trade, or if you'd like to build a business as well. You don't have to build a business. But what I would encourage everyone who can hear the sound of my voice to do is learn this skill set, how to multiply your money. Because think about this, and then I'm done. If you put $500 in the bank today, and you go check your account tomorrow, how much is going to be there? 500. If you check it next week, how much is going to be there? 500. If you check it next month, how much is going to be there? Not 500, probably $492, because the bank going to take $8 for their monthly fee. But if you could put yourself in a position where you could put $500 in your trading account today, and guys, you can start trading with as little as $10. So after you start to learn the skill, you don't have to start with 500. You can put $50 in an account. And this is what I did. And I show a lot of people in my group to do. Start your account with $50. Every day, grow your account by 5 to 10%. I know that sounds small right now, but imagine if the bank gave you 10% of your money every day. Right now, banks are giving you less than 1% every year. But you're able to do 10 times that per day. That's how you're going to get free. That's how you're going to start to build wealth. And I'm super passionate about helping anyone who sees the value in this make that happen. But it all starts with a decision. The only prerequisite for success or anything is a desire. You just got to want it. Then you got to decide, and you got to commit and make it happen. Everyone can do that tonight. Guys, I hope this was valuable. Get back with the person that invited you to the line. If you're watching this on my Facebook, shoot me a DM. If someone on Facebook shared this with you, shoot them a DM. They're probably a part of my organization. Let's go ahead and get you started, get you enrolled, get you set up to trade so that Monday, as these markets plummet, you could be in profit. You don't have to be in fear. You could be living life in faith. Because remember, faith and fear cannot coexist. And both faith and fear require you to believe in something unseen. It's your choice. Good night, guys. God bless. And I'll see y'all on the inside.